Hello there guys, how you doing? Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to re-ranking for the very first time on this channel. Today we're going to re-rank the Toby Mac albums. So first of all, the reason I'm doing this is because he's come out with an album and an EP since I ranked it last. So yeah. So let's get to the ranking. There are a total of 9 albums in this, of his studio albums. I'm counting the EP because it's only one. It's a 7-song EP, but anyhow, let's get into the ranking. The last 2 I do not have on CD, no, not last 2. Last 1 I have, and last place I have on CD. It's the one that I don't have, and it is The Lost Demos. This album is just forgettable. It is a B-side collection by Toby, and it's just not that good. I don't know. I don't think there's a single song off that album that I like off of that album. So yeah, there's that. And also another thing, I don't think I've ever found a CD of it. So even though I'm a completist, a lot of my artists I like this, I don't think I'll ever get this album. It's just not that good, in my opinion. It's just not my favorite, in my opinion, I should say. It's my least favorite, of course. So, anyhow, let's continue. So, these are the CDs I have on CD. So, next one up, at number 7, we got Life After Death. Honestly, I tried to like this album a lot, but it's just not my favorite. Not my favorite at all. You know, I mean, there's some good songs like Help Is On The Way, Maybe Midnight, The Goodness with Blessing Offer, which I appreciate that because I think he's blind, or Blessing Offer is, you know, about me being blind. So anyhow, so yeah, Blessing Offer with The Goodness, or Toby Mac and Blessing Offer with The Goodness. Let's see here. Deeper with Torn Wells. Promised Land with Sheryl Crow. Cornerstone with Zach Williams. Burning, or not Burning for You. That's coming up later, but who knows. Fire's Burning with Corey Asbury. And Space with DC Talk, or Michael Tate and Kevin Max from DC Talk, along with Toby, but anyhow. So yeah, that's my opinion on Life After Death, though. It's got to be number 7. I hate saying that about one of my favorite artists, but I tried liking this new album, but I gotta say it's not my favorite. Next up, we got his first pop album after going rock, after 4 rock albums, kind of. He decided to go pop. This one has more dubstep than anything. I think you know what it is. Number 7. We gotta go with Eye on It. This one is the rare deluxe edition I got at Mardell with the rare white album cover, so that's kind of cool. But I liked this album a whole lot when it came out, but I gotta be honest now, I don't really return to it as much as I get older. Favorites on here are Me Without You, Steal My Show, Eye on It, the title track, Unstoppable with Blanca, formerly of Group 1 Crew, and Lose Myself. There are 2 extra songs I said are good. One of them actually was a radio single, Speak Life, and Forgiveness with Lecrae are good songs, but the rest of the album is kind of forgettable. Like the first 7 songs are kind of are good, but then the other 5 are kind of forgettable. Sorry if my hand is shaking a lot. This is take number 2. So yeah. Eye on It, though, I gotta go with number 7. Okay, now number 6. At number 6, we're going all the way back to his debut, Momentum. Now this is a better album. It has it does have its pop moments, but mostly it's like rap meets rock, like hard rock. I think this is his heaviest album, probably. It kind of reminds me of Linkin Park, believe it or not. Yes, if there was ever a way to compare which artist got the closest, I think this particular album, Momentum by Toby Mac, it is probably the single closest Christian music has probably ever gotten close to sounding like Linkin Park's first two albums, the Hybrid Theory and Meteora days. I'll say it. In my opinion, at least. So anyhow, we get to this. Favorites are Get This Party Started, Irene, Momentum, Yours, Somebody's Watching, Extreme Days, and In the Air. So, yeah. I used to think Ion It was a better album, but I think Momentum's a better album now as I'm getting older. But anyhow, coming in at number 5, we got a couple albums ago, 5 years ago's The Elements. I gotta be honest about this album. When it first came out on a Toby Mac album for the very first time, I was disappointed. Really disappointed. But it has grown on me. It is one of his better albums than the other few that came after this one. After. Than the ones I just showed. So, yeah, it's my main problem with the album is it's very, very, very mellow. I don't like that at all. But it's still got a few good songs, you know. Favorites on here are the title track, The Elements, I Just Need You, Everything, It's You, and See the Light, the closing track. So, there are a few others. Scars is not a bad song, and Edge of My Seat and Overflow are not bad songs either, and Hello Future. But the rest of the album is not the best. Just kind of forgettable. And just, like I said, just straight up mellow. If you know, I'm a rocker, so Christian rocker mostly, but it's okay with the rock, but it's okay. So with this music, though, I don't know, it's just, I like the album a little, despite it being mellow. I kind of like it, but once again, not his best at all. Okay. Coming in at number 4, we got This Is Not a Test. Now this, on the other hand, is the way to do a pop album if he's going to be pop artist. If he's going to be a pop artist now these days, this is the correct way to do it in my opinion. I believe this is his best pop album. I like pretty much... Shoot, I'll just go ahead and say it. Favorites are all of them on this album. Like a Match, I actually heard that at my Walmart once, but anyhow. Backseat Driver is a decent song. The title track featuring Capital Kings and Holland does a good job on Light Shine Bright. Till the Day I Die with NF. Feel It with Mr. Talkbox. Move, Keep Walking was a single along with Feel It. And then Love Broke Through, that's the best song on the album in my opinion. Probably, or one of. Beyond Me was the first single, like that one. DC Talk kind of comes back. With, or at least Michael Tate and Kevin Max joined Toby on this song. With Love Feels Like. And of course the closing track, Undeniable. Now there on the deluxe there was 2 songs. Lift You Up and Fall being the best one of the 2. But yeah. This Is Not a Test by Toby Mac. It's got to be number 4 in my opinion. Alright, I believe this is the point where we get to the top 3 albums of his. In my opinion, all 3 of these were 3 in a row, believe it or not. This was Toby Mac's best era. So, coming in at number 3, we got Tonight. This has some good rock and pop mixed in it. In my opinion, it's one of his best. It's the first one that came out since as of me becoming a fan back in '08. This is the first one that came out since then. So I remember when this came out. I saw this tour with Skillet. Skillet was there. That's how I got into Skillet. So, and speaking of them, Tonight features John Cooper. That's one of my favorites. Get Back Up, which was featured on a Foundation for a Better Life commercial. Sitting on Her Knees. Showstopper. Changed Forever. Hold On. Hey Devil. Wondering with Matthew Thiessen from Reliant K. Captured and Start Somewhere. So yeah. So Tonight, I gotta put this one at number 3. I really like that one. But it doesn't hold up compared to the next two. Now, we go back to a second one for number 2. This was the one that started it all on me. Welcome to Diverse City. Coming in at number 2. Funny story about this. I think when I was in 5th grade, all the way back in 2008, after my very first concert was one of his. But this album, during a field trip, the school let my mom drive me to this field trip, and we listened to this album. Not sure if it was this copy, but since I have a lot of my parents' CDs, but we listened to this album all in all, by the way, or either way. We listened to this album, and I loved it ever since. Favorites are Hey Now, Catch That Fire, Whoopsie Daisy, The Slam, Atmosphere, Gone, Burn For You, Phenomenon, and Atmosphere, the remix featuring DC Talk. Or, yeah, Michael Tate and Kevin Max, DC Talk. If you didn't know them. So, yeah. So, Welcome to Diverse City. It's got to be number 2 for being the one that started it all in me. Okay, if you know his music, there's only one left. You ought to know it. But if you don't know, here it goes. Number 1, Portable Sounds. This has no reason to be this good, in my opinion, but it still is. Probably the biggest reason, this was one of my first CDs. I have 3 copies of it, but not sure which one it was. My mom bought me 3 copies of it, I think, that I have right now. But either way, this is one of my first CDs. It was my 3rd one behind Go by Newsboys and Wow Hits 2008. Thanks to Wow Hits 2008, I fell in love with the song Made to Love, which is actually on this album. And, yeah, I saw them live. That was my very first concert, was Toby Mac and Reliant K back in 2008. 2007, 2008. I think it was '08. So, yeah. And then I picked it. Actually, I got this one for my birthday that year or next year. '09. So, yeah. Favorites are on here are pretty much all of them. One World is a good song if you like pop funk. Made to Love if you like kind of worship. Boomin' if you like hip hop. Rock for I'm For You. Face of the Earth, once again, soft rock. Ignition, which is supposedly featuring Trevor from Thousand Foot Crutch in the background. That's probably my favorite on this album. Suddenly is another good rock song. All In Letting Go is kind of another worship / rock. Feeling Slow Fly, although not my favorite, it's still an okay song. And then the last song, Lose My Soul, which was on all over the radio. It kind of still gets played on my station every here and there on KSBJ. But yeah. Lose My Soul is another favorite. So, yeah. Portable Sounds definitely got to be number 1 for giving me so much nostalgia. So that was my re-ranking of the Toby Mac albums. I hope you enjoyed this video. What is your opinion on his music? If you even listen to him or not. What is your opinion on the albums? What places would you have them? So, well, this is me signing off for now. Until then, next time.